Hello, my loves. I hope you guys are doing well. Welcome into this reading for the new moon in Libra for the first signs of the zodiac. That is for Aries, Taurus, Gemini, and Cancer. If you do not know your sign, please go ahead and watch the tutorial video I created that'll help you know what your sun sign is. You can also get further clarity by watching the readings for your moon and your rising sign. We are doing things a little bit differently today. We are going to be diving into a meditative journey based on the cards that we draw from the Goddess Oracle. Our Inauthenticity card here from the Modern Mystic Tarot by Crystal Dawn Doty has come through from the solar readings that I did for the month of Libra. They're called planetary readings right now. I will be changing the name to solar readings soon. But in that reading, we get more specific about what the inauthenticity is in your life to take the mask off for. So if you want to know more about that, to get a little bit more in depth here, to learn about your month and to learn about Mercury retrograde and how to navigate that, go ahead and sign up for the readings, $11.11 a month. You'll want to look up your chart information, find out where Libra shows up in your chart, and watch the readings for that. Simple guidance there. If you are not a first sign of the zodiac, so if you are a full sign, you want to watch the video that I created for those. Those are the Leos, the Virgos, the Libras, and the Scorpios. And the video for the final signs of the zodiac, the Sagittarians, Capricorns, Aquarians, and Pisces is being linked right now so that you can go ahead and find that. So we are going to get started here with the reading. I do invite you to set a sacred space for yourself, a special space for yourself where you know you're not going to be disturbed, where you can receive this message and this process and this experience. With this advice, it's always intended to be aligned with your highest good and the highest good of all, and if it doesn't resonate, I'm not offended. Hopefully it does, but if it doesn't, that's fine. The whole goal that I have here is to guide you back to the wise instinctive knowing within yourself. So if the wise instinctive knowing within yourself is saying, this isn't for me, I want you to honor that. The whole goal here is to really get you back in touch with yourself so that you know how to do your own inner work and you know how to work with the energies around you in a way that best suits you. I'm just here simply as a guide. So I like to call in the energies that I work with. You're allowed to speak to whatever energies you work with outside of yourself. I work with God, Goddess, angels, guardians, ancestors, fairies, spirit guides, and star family. And you can work with whoever it feels right for you. You can say your higher self, you can say source, but before I do the cards, I just want you to have the opportunity to make this your own and to say whatever prayer or have whatever offering you have to put up for this reading, whatever intention you have. Again, I intend that it's aligned with your highest good and the highest good of all, and that we find out what this inauthenticity is and how the goddesses want us to meditate on it and process it for this new moon in Libra, which will occur on the 6th, which is October 6th, which is Wednesday. So you can do this video as many times as you want to now up until that day. It'll really help you with this process. So let's find out which goddess wants to come through. That's the first goddess. Let's find out what the second goddess wants to come through is. And again, this is for Aries, Taurus, Gemini, and Cancers. So let me just double check, but I believe those are our two. Oh, I don't have my pendulum, so I won't double check. Oh, there it is. Okay. Are these two the right cards for the first signs of the zodiac? Yes. Okay. Let's find out what goddess is here to speak with us. Okay. Bridget, the creative spark. I love it. Let's see what her message is for us. Inspiration and imagination are yours to play with now. You effortlessly connect to your inner creative spark and make meaningful and beautiful experiences for yourself and others. Take advantage of this fruitful time. When you are so in tune, it's like taking a magical trip to the land of fairy where all that glitters really is gold and your life seems like a grand artistic gesture. The fairy Celtic goddess of creativity calls you to play in the artistry of your life, your work, and your loves. Bridget is whispering her sparkling music deep in your soul. Are you listening? Woo, I love it. I do invite you guys to look at the image of Bridget. We are going to be calling on the goddess for our meditation. So as we bring in the energy of this goddess, it might help to have a visual for her. There is a visual there for you. We are really being authentic in ourselves. This creative spark is really this creative spark that's like based in your authentic expression, what you really want to express in this world. And it's coming through so clearly with Bridget because you are really being authentic as we meditate on this inauthenticity. We're really going to uncover this creative spark. I love that she is here for us. Let's see what other goddess is here. Ooh, Hila or Gila, healing. Alrighty, what does she have to say for us? Well, she has to say, Gila, the Babylonian goddess of medicine and healing, has come to guide you as a blessing and for your well-being. You're being invited to address the areas of your life that need healing. Perhaps you have moved so quickly through your life that you've forgotten about self-care. Perhaps the stories you've told about yourself and who you are need healing. And we don't always see that we are hurting ourselves and others. Take heart. Gila comes to your world as an ally, saying that now is the most auspicious time to focus on healing in all aspects of your life. Only good things will come from your actions here. In fact, now is also the perfect time when you can be assured that your health rifts with others, that you can heal rifts with others as well. Be sincere and call upon Gila for this precious commitment. You may also be called to the path of healer. If so, this goddess Gila, or Gila, I think it's Gila, supports this wholeheartedly. Sorry. If you are called to the path of healer, you're supported. You just need to be willing, respectful of others, and do no harm. Miracles will arise as if out of nowhere. Wow. Okay. So for you guys, it really feels like there is the inauthenticity is that there's healing, right? The deception here is that, oh, everything's fine. I don't need to heal anything. I'm done with all of that. Or everything's so good. Why focus on the healing aspect of it? I just want to be in this creative spark energy. But as you heal these old weights, these old wounds, you really are going to be able to move more authentically into the new because you're not bringing as much of the past in with you, right? What we haven't healed, we bring with us, and then it affects what we're creating in our future. So we really do want to work with Gila and Bridget and heal the wounds that we have. So we are going to now get into a meditative state as we plan to work further with these goddesses. So I invite you to, if you've never meditated before, I invite you to go easy on yourself, to know that this is a simple process, that all you have to do is listen to the sound of my voice and follow along with my guidance. You are allowed to have whatever experiences you have. There's no right or wrong with this. You are practicing using your imagination skills to create this experience of inner exploration. You might see things, you might smell things, you might hear things, you might just intend that they're happening even though you don't have a real imagination experience of it, like an imagination faculty, like a sense or a smell, or one of your senses might not be activating. You might just be intending that you are having this experience. All of that is perfect. Don't try to force this to happen, but do be curious and allow yourself to get as close as you can right now, to practice what it feels like to embody these things, to see these things, to feel these things, to go within. The imagination faculties that we have are very underutilized. Meditation is such a great tool to practice using these abilities that we have innate, but they're underdeveloped. So know that you are practicing. When your mind thinks about dinner, your mind thinks about what happened in the past or goes off task, that's natural. Just be gentle and loving with yourself as you guide yourself back to the sound of my voice, back to whatever it is that we're working on, wherever we are in the process, and give it your best shot at seeing what happens for you, okay? So I'm going to invite you now to get in a space where you're comfortable, where you're not going to be disturbed. And as you settle into this comfortable position, close your eyes and make any last minute adjustments that you need to so that your body's perfectly comfortable. And I invite you to just take a deep breath in and exhale, going at your own pace, but you want to be breathing in through your nose, out through the mouth. Take a few breaths like this, big breaths, bigger than you've taken all day today. As you return to normal breathing, I invite you to be aware of your body, which just means focusing on how your body feels right now without any judgment or trying to change or control. And now we're focusing on a specific part of our body. I want you to focus on the area of your forehead between your eyes. So it's in line with your nose on your forehead, between your eyes, keeping your eyes closed. Just gently keep your focus at this part of your body. This is our imagination center. This is where all that we experience and imagine happens. So as we keep our focus here, we're going to start by just activating the elements and playing with our ability to imagine. So we're going to imagine fire first. So seeing in your head an image of fire, or feeling it, or smelling it, or hearing it. Perhaps even seeing the word in a special font, or changing fonts in front of you, flashing before your eyes. But we honor fire as we visualize it in our imagination center, feel it, sense it, experience it, however is right for us. This is a transformative flame. It's a pure light within you, and we set the intention that whatever's transformed here is transformed for our highest good and the highest good of all. We set the intention that the new things that we're putting into motion, this new healing, this new creativity, be something that we can experience unfolding from now until the next new moon, which is 6 months, or for the next full moon, which is 6 months from now. The full moon in Libra. And we move on to start visualizing, seeing, and sensing the element of air. So whatever air means to you, whatever you visualize and see and sense when it comes to air, visualize or feel or smell or experience that. Like you might feel like you're flying, or you might see a bird flying, or you might see a wing or an angel, or the clouds moving, or you might feel a breeze as if it was blowing on your face. Just allow yourself to have whatever experience you have with this air element. And we bring clarity and clear communication into this reading as we honor this air. And we move on to visualize, see, and sense earth. Whatever earth means to you, different images of earth. What does earth feel like to you? The grounded support underneath you. You can feel, see, or sense the earth of your body, the physical being that you are in. And we bring in this grounded element into our reading, this practical energy of our reading. As we smell earth, feel it, sense it, visualize it. And we give thanks to it for being here in this meditation. As we move on to visualize, see, feel, smell, and sense water. This water is the emotional element of our reading. So as you see it dancing or flowing around you, we can intend that our emotions be healed, purified, and cleansed. And now, keeping keeping our focus on our imagination center, I invite you to visualize that you are now standing at a gently flowing river. You can hear the sounds of the river. You can perhaps feel the movement of it. And this river is coming around a bend and forming a little lagoon, a very still part of the river. You feel called to walk over to this lagoon and look at yourself in the reflection of this river. And as you get close to the water and lean over to look at yourself in this river and the reflection of this still part of it, I invite you to see that you have painted on your face a mask, a disguise. Take a moment to actually see what it is that you're painted on your face. Perhaps you look like a fictional character, an animal, or perhaps there's a different design on your face. Just whatever mask you want to imagine, whatever face painting you want to see is perfect and right for you. Allow it to develop, or you might have just had an image in your head as soon as I said that. Go with whatever first appeared or change it as you want to and as feels right to you. It can also morph and change as we get more details about this face painting, this face covering. And I invite you now to sit by this pool, to stare into the water and see yourself with this mask, with this makeup on. And we're going to go to a little bit of inner inquiry. So I invite you, as we do this inner inquiry, to again not force an experience, to just allow yourself to receive whatever is ready to be received at this time. As you look at this mask, as you look at your reflection in your pool, we're going to ask internally into ourselves, where are we being inauthentic in our lives? How are we masking the truth of ourselves? What makeup are we putting on to cover up parts of our being? As you ask that question, simply allow an answer to spontaneously occur, feeling into the vibration of it. It might be a word, it might be a full vision that occurs to you. You might see your mask changing in the pool. You might have words and a story of your inner voice might start speaking to you for the answer. You might see a journal and you might see it written out. Whatever you experience, again, is perfect and right for you. So as you're staring at this pool, or intending that you're looking at yourself and seeing reflected back a face covering, a mask painted on, we're inquiring in, where am I being inauthentic in my life? So go ahead and ask that question, allowing whatever comes up as a response in your imagination to give you and provide you the answer. And if you don't have an answer right away, that's perfect and right. Just keep asking and then go silent and say, I'm willing to hear the answer, and just let it be silent. The answer might be revealed after this meditation. If it's not coming at this time, either is fine and perfect. Just intend you are ready to know how you are being inauthentic, how you are covering yourself up.